So before I was really pursuing Christ, I've just been all over the place in all different forms and fashions. I feel like now the first 49 years of my life was kind of running in a whole bunch of different directions, although I knew what was right in my heart and soul. For some reason, I always kept turning around and running away from God instead of towards God. And up until January 2nd, 2018, that pattern had repeated itself for the majority of my life. And I was just tired and didn't want to do that anymore. And I still remember being on my knees and physically crying in my office on that morning at like 4:30 a.m. when I'm there alone and just asking God, I feel like for the first time, to really take over. You know, whether it was looking at things I shouldn't, saying things I shouldn't, consuming things I shouldn't, treating people the way I shouldn't, being a hypocrite, showing up on Sunday morning and, call me chief, because I was that guy. I sat there and probably said all the same things for a couple hours, but then I was out of there and, don't get me involved too much. That was part of the pattern that had repeated, I feel like, most of my life. But that morning when I got up off my knees, something was different that time. These things that I thought was so hard, it's almost like God went, you think those things are hard? I can make those go away, like that. And God was faithful that He turned on the switch. It wasn't me, it was my weaknesses, and somehow turned on the switch that I can't turn off, and I'm thankful. And it's like I can't get enough of it now, and I want to learn more, and I want to know Him more. And one of the things that God really laid on me the morning after I got up off my knees was to get more involved in my church, my local church, and how that manifested itself was serving on the worship team here with Corey at TDF, and then several other opportunities God just kept pouring out, whether it was our good news clubs that we do in the public schools or working with a homeless mission operation. It's mind-blowing how God has been faithful and allowed me, by all these things, He honored my commitment that I feel like He asked me to make that morning. If you do find yourself sitting there this morning thinking there's no way you can change, I've been in that seat, maybe exactly where you're sitting this morning, multiple Sundays, multiple years. God can change you. If He can change me, He can change anyone.